What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Oh man. Alright, we're coming back to Babymetal and Rob Halford of Judas Priest. So, Babymetal fans, feeling you. And Rob Halford fans and Judas Priest fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity bot, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Kawaii Texan, Java Devil, and it was also the winner of the Premier Tier Patreon Request Prioritization Poll, winning with 64% of the vote, moving up from number 542 in the queue straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. They all want to see me react to this. It is Babymetal with Rob Halford performing 3 songs. So I guess we got a medley of sorts here. We're doing Karate, Painkiller, and one of the probably most popular songs in Judas Priest history, Breaking the Law.
Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law.
Now, have I heard the songs before? Yes, and yes. So, full disclosure, yes, I've heard all 3 songs. I've done reactions to 2 of them. I've done reactions to Karate and to Painkiller. And Breaking the Law, come on, man, that... probably one of the biggest hits Judas Priest ever had, coming off the British Steel album. So yeah, I've heard them all, okay? So, to be clear, full transparency here, all right? I will not be reacting to these songs themselves in any way, shape, or form. I am very familiar with all 3 songs. I've heard all 3 songs before, so I cannot do honest reactions to the songs. However, from what I understand, this is a live performance. And it's a nice little collaboration. I love collaborations, man. Sometimes collaborations can be an absolute train wreck, and other times they can be absolutely mind-blowing. So, not sure which way this is going to go. I have a feeling it's going to be good, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I'm only going to be reacting to, evaluating, and scoring the live performances. So please keep that in mind. Let's see. This was posted by Alternative Press, okay? And the video has 6.5 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Oh, the Atmos, APMAs, okay. Yeah, Alternative Press Music Awards. 2016 performance, Babymetal performed with Rob Halford of Judas Priest. Does not say what songs they are, but luckily that's where the requesters come into play, and they tell me what it is. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Hey, girl.
Hey girl, hey.
I am so excited for this next performance. Award shows are a place where insane collaborations can happen at any time. This
Very
next
true.
one is going to be one for the fans of metal. You're about to witness Babymetal and Rob Halford from Judas Priest.
Woo!
I mean, come on. So obviously, you guys, one is beautiful but tough and makes men across the globe swoon, and the other is Babymetal. So here to play their hit single Karate.
I love how she just get out of my way. This is my mic. That was great. That was awesome. Loved that. Men swoon, huh, over Rob Halford? I guess. Some men do, I suppose.
So obviously, you guys, one is beautiful but tough and makes men across the globe swoon, and the other is Babymetal. So here to play their hit single Karate off their new album Metal Resistance. Please give a warm welcome to Sue Metal, Yee Metal, and Mo Metal, collectively known as Baby fucking Metal.
Whoa. She got very manly very quickly. Wow, that escalated. Ah, here they come. Ready? Us. Little flat there, Sue. But you know what that proves? It proves she's singing live. No question, she's singing live now, boy. She's saying a little flat there. I know this is gonna sound weird. I'm actually glad she did that because that just took all doubts out of my head. Because here's the thing: award shows, it's their deal. You know, if the award show does not want to take chances with live performances, and they tell all the performers, hey, guess what? You're all lip syncing. Guess what? You're lip syncing, or you don't go on stage. I don't know where in Babymetal's career this was. I don't know what year this. Oh wait, yeah, I do. It says right here, doesn't it? 2016. Haha.
I'm 100% stupid.
So they've been around for what, 4 years, 5 years at this point. So they're experienced with performing live on stage and in front of crowds and whatnot. So this is nothing new to them. The band's doing a great job. It sounds really tight, sounds really good. I was laughing. Now, I don't want people to get the wrong idea of what I was laughing at, so I need to be clear about this. I am not laughing at the girls. I am not laughing at the band. I'm laughing at the crowd. The reason is, this is the APMAs. Whose idea was it to have Babymetal perform at the APMAs? Not exactly the best fit. I wonder whose idea this was. I mean, who pitched this? And who pitched it to who? Did Babymetal pitch it to the APMAs, or did the APMAs pitch it to Babymetal and go, hey, here's an opportunity. We know you guys are still kind of, making your way onto the scene. Here's a great opportunity for you to, make a splash at the APMAs. Did you see that crowd? They don't know. They look like pretty much every time I remember the first time I heard Babymetal on the channel and how confused I was. And since then, I've watched a few other reaction channels, and I've watched other reactors, and they had the exact same look of confusion on their faces as well. So I can only imagine the looks of confusion on people's faces in that crowd right now. Now this is why I was laughing. You got like 8 to 12 people all up at the very front and center who clearly know Babymetal because they're moving along to the song. Like, they're putting their hands up on the accents and everything like that. They're doing everything they should be doing. Everybody else in the crowd is just kind of standing there like, what the hell are we watching? Or, and this is unfortunate, they don't care because, again, this is a weird place to have Babymetal performing at the APMAs. It's a little strange, but I mean, Listen, when you're coming on the scene, you'll take any gig you can get. So I get it. I understand Babymetal's point of view. I'm not understanding the APMA's point of view. Maybe they really didn't know who Babymetal was. Maybe they just heard about this new upcoming band called Babymetal, and they're making waves. Well, maybe we should have them.
Of course, it's a good idea.
Okay. Anyway, let's get back into it. Look at Bo jumping around. Love seeing that. Good energy, Bo. Okay. I love that riff. I still love that riff. Here it comes again. Yeah. See what I mean? You see what I mean? There's like those 6 or 7 or 8 guys up at the front who are doing all the moves with the girls and they know what to do. And everybody else is just like,
What the hell's going on tonight?
oh, they have no idea. They have no idea who Babymetal are. Oh, it's so funny. Anyway, I'm sorry. I find that so entertaining, but I do. I really do. Because I was there once. I was there a couple years ago when I first saw these girls. I was sitting there doing the same thing. Like, what is this? What am I watching? You know, now I know what I'm watching, and I can laugh at those people who are now doing what I was doing 2 years ago, even though this is 7 years ago. Oh, cover it! Time paradox! Dear Lord! She's ready to out.
How you feeling today? Let us hear your voice. Put your hands in the air. Whoa,
See, there's those people at the front that know, and everybody else is confused. I gotta give them credit. I gotta give them for all the credit in the world. They are doing their best to interact with the crowd, man. They are. They're doing everything they need to do. Look, as much as you might want to win over every single crowd you play in front of, especially when you're starting out, there are just going to be those times where you play in front of crowds that they don't get you. They just don't get you. It has happened to me many, many times with many different bands that I have played with, both past, a lot past, and even present, where we'll be in front of the crowd and we're playing, and like, you know, they're the people that are there to support us and they love us and whatnot, and then there are the people who are there to support other bands or, you know, have never heard of us, whatever, and no matter what we do, we're just not going to win them over because we're not their flavor. We're not their taste. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Look, all you could do is try. All you could do is do your best to win over the crowd. Now, there will be some members of the crowd that you do win over. It's going to happen. You may not win over the entire crowd, but you might win over 10%. Okay, that's 10%. How many people are in that crowd? About 1,000? Okay, fine. You just won over 100 people. Congratulations. That's a win in my book. That's an absolute win. So I got to give them all the credit in the world for trying and continuing to try. So got to give them props on their tenacity, I guess is the best way. Persistence. Yeah, there you go. Let's keep going here. Where's Rob Halford? Ooh. And the people in the front are jumping, and I saw a couple of people in the middle. Okay. It's working. See? Couple people grooving, couple people rocking out. Oh, that double kick. Hit through clear as day. Where's Rob? Where's Rob? I mean, it says right there, performing with Rob Halford just beat. He was announced. Maybe he backed out. I mean, it happens. It does happen. Or maybe they do their song. The three girls leave. Rob Halford comes out and performs with the Commie Band. They do Painkiller together, and then all of them come out and do Breaking the Law. That would make sense, actually. Everybody knows Breaking the Law. Everybody does. I can't think of a single person who doesn't know that song. Not everybody knows Painkiller. I didn't until I did it on the channel. So maybe the girls are going to take a break. Rob's going to come out. That makes sense. That could happen too. Or I don't know. Maybe Rob will come out and join them now for Painkiller. That's possible. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. They did start to win over some in the crowd. I saw people in the crowd towards the middle, towards the back, starting to groove, starting to rock out to it a little bit. Good. It's a start. So let's see where this goes. The girls leave, okay.
The Fox God and the Metal God. Their meeting was not a coincidence. Nothing happens by accident.
Oh, something's new.
Babymetal, the chosen ones by the Fox God, are awakened by the Metal God. A new legend is born. Right now, at this moment.
Okay, now, and okay. So we're gonna get them both now, right? That's the plan. Good, okay. The video package. It was good. It was well put together. Voiceover sounded a little tinny, if you ask me. It could have been a little better mix. But then again, maybe that's what the effect they were going for. That metallic sounding voice. Maybe that's what they were going for. All right, Rob Halford and Babymetal. Let's see what's going to happen here. Wow. All right, Tommy Man, let's see what you got. There's Rob. Hey, we are going to be together, huh? Is it just Sue out there with him? Oh. Ah! The wah at the end, that was great. Okay, let's be honest here, okay? Let's be 100% honest here. Are their voices meshing well together? Not really. Not really, no. They're not blending well together. Rob Halford has, in this scenario, I've heard him a lot less piercing before, but in this performance, his voice is very piercing. Borderline shrieky. It's, whew, it's noticeable. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's being accurate with the nose. He's doing a fine job. It's just his tone is very piercing in this performance. That might be an EQ issue. It's very possible. But their voices are not blending well. Having said that, though, they're having fun, especially Sue. And I've said this before. When I saw them do, I forgot what it was. What was it I saw them do? I think it was the same thing. I think it was Painkiller and Breaking the Law when they were playing with the Red Hot Chili Peppers. She's able to be herself right now. Not having to worry about choreography, not having to worry about hitting her marks, not having to worry about blocking, not having to worry about doing the right moves at the right time. She's just being herself right now. She's being very natural and she's having fun. She's cutting loose and enjoying the freedom that comes with that. And you can see it in her face. She's having a ball. She is having an absolute ball. And not only that, but she is sharing the stage with one of the most iconic vocalists in all of metal of all time, Rob Halford. I mean, come on. Of course you're going to have a good time with that. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes. We got a pit with 4 people in it. There's still a pit. it for the high note.
Today's special guitarist, Babymetal and
Oh, they're bringing Yui and Moa out? What? Okay, they're not really playing. I thought they were like, I thought those were guitars without that. I was like, are they really going to be playing those? No, they're not playing. They're not. The guitar players in the back, they're playing. They're playing. They're just having fun rocking out with a couple of prop guitars. Nothing wrong with that. It's no different than using the flags. It's really no different. It's a prop. It's meant to be used as an extension. So there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's cute. I think it's fun. I know they're not really playing, but you know, it's fine. It's okay. They're having a good time with it. So that's all that really matters. I love the exaggerated drum. That's great.
Give it up! Bring it the love, bring it the love. Bring it the love, bring it the love. Bring it the love.
It's coming up, no.
Bring it the love, bring it the love.
So much for the golden future. I can even start. I had every
Rob sounds a lot better on this song.
in my heart. You don't know what it's like. You don't have a clue. If you didn't find yourself, you're the same thing too. Give it to me now.
Bring it the love, bring it the love. Bring it the love, bring it the love. Bring it the love, bring it the love. Bring it the love, bring it the love.
Yeah, let's get the comedy band up in the front.
You don't know what it's
I gotta say, you and Mo are doing a great job of pretending. They're doing a fantastic job of pretending to play. They're trying their best to make it look like they're really playing, like they're moving their hands up and down the neck. They're actually moving their fingers as if they're really playing, but you know, their hands are in completely the wrong places. So they would be, if they really were playing, you'd be hearing wrong notes left and right. But they're still up there. They're still putting out the effort. They're still putting on a great show, and they're having fun. I saw, I believe this is Moa, interact with Sue. That was fun to watch. They got, you know, shoulder to shoulder, back to back. That was fun. It's great to see the commie guitar players come up to the front. It's great to see that. I wish Bo would get up here too. But I guess Bo wants to stay back with the drummer, so the drummer's all by himself. I get it. I understand. Actually, no, I don't. I'd much rather be at the front. Forget the drummer. Sorry, Richie. I'm sorry, but I want to be at the front. I want the spotlight on me, so I'm going to the front. Sorry, buddy. Oh, they're having fun. Come on.
breaking the law, 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 breaking the law.
Bo's still back there rocking out, though.
Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law.
I don't know why I'm getting such a kick out of watching Yui and Momo with those guitars. But I really am.
Thank you
Nice.
See you.
Okay, I was told about that. That's how they typically end shows, is with doing that. Okay. So they did it there too. It was nice to see that. I was wondering about, I heard it before, and I think I saw them. I was like, is that a normal thing? And I was told in the comments that is how they normally end their shows. So there it is. Okay. Okay. God, I don't even know where to begin. I'm a little tongue-tied. There were high points, there were low points, and then there were all points in between. I am not sure how this is going to go. We may be in the 5s. Okay, I can tell you right now, we're not going to be under 5. We will not be under 5. We'll be at least a 5 or higher, so we're going to be in the positives. We'll be at least okay. We may be in the 5s. We may be in the 9s. I honestly do not know. There's a lot. I mean a lot I got to think about. So let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Babymetal and Rob Halford of Judas Priest performing the songs. Well, okay, Babymetal performed Karate, and then Babymetal and Rob Halford performed Painkiller and Breaking the Law. So there you go. This was a request from Kawaii Texan and Java Devil, and it was also the winner of the Premier Tier Patreon Request Prioritization Poll, winning with 64% of the votes, moving it from number 542 in the queue straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. Okay. Man, there was a lot to take in here. There was a lot to think about. And the thing is, I wasn't even taking the songs into account because I've done reactions to all, well, 2 of the songs I've done reactions to, Karate and Painkiller. Breaking the Law, that's like a Judas Priest standard. If you have any thoughts or aspirations of being in a Judas Priest tribute band or playing in a Judas Priest cover band, you better know that song. And you better know it front to back because I guarantee you, you're going to play it. And even if you're not in a Judas Priest cover band, let's say you're just in a metal cover band in general, you better know that song because more than likely it's going to get pulled out somewhere at some point in time. That is like a Judas Priest standard. So you better know it. So I was not taking the music, the songs into account in any way, shape, or form. I will take how well the comedy band played the songs into account. Oh, absolutely. That goes along with the live show. But the songwriting for those 3 songs, no, it has absolutely no bearing on this whatsoever. So please keep that in mind. I'm glad it's not because I got enough to think about with everything I saw and heard. Okay. But I did take a few minutes, more than a few minutes. How many minutes did I spend? I spent 22 minutes thinking about this. Okay. I do have a score. It is going to require some explanation, but maybe not as much as I thought originally. The more I think about it, I think I don't have to explain myself nearly as much as I thought I had to, 10 minutes ago. So I don't know, but we're going to roll with it and we're going to see what happens. Let's start with the score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that live performance, and yes, it was a live performance all the way through, start to finish. I'm going to give that live performance an 8.7. Yep, 8.7. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay. There is so much to talk about. I'm going to do my best to make this as quick as I can, folks. I promise I am, but I make no guarantees that it's going to go quick. We may be here for another 20 minutes. I'm going to do my best not to be. I'm going to try to get this done in like 10, but no promises. Okay. First of all, playing at the Atmas, having Babymetal play at the Atmas, to say that's an interesting choice it's a bit of an understatement. I don't know whose idea this was. I don't know if Amuse came to the committee of the Atmas and asked to perform there, or if the Atmas came to Amuse and said, we would love Babymetal to perform at the Atmas this year. I don't know which way that conversation went. I have a feeling the Atmas approached Amuse. I have a feeling that's what happened. And of course, they're going to say yes because Babymetal is not in its infancy, but it's in its juvenile state. You know what I mean? It hasn't fully matured yet. So they're going to take pretty much any gig they can possibly get. The more exposure, the better. As Gene Simmons once said, there's no such thing as good press or bad press. Just make sure they spell your name right. And boy, he's not kidding. When you're starting out, or even when you're not necessarily starting out, but when you're still fledgling and you're still young with your band and your band's existence, you really should be playing every gig you possibly can. Every opportunity you get. It doesn't matter how big or how small. The more you play, two things happen. One, the more exposure you get. Two, more importantly, the more experience you get as a band. There have been bands I have been in, and there's been more than one band that I've been in where our management at the time told us that we shouldn't be playing these shows because they're too small for us. And everybody in the band who has been playing for a long time, we all looked at each other like, are you nuts? We should be playing every opportunity we get. You know, for exposure, there is that part of it, yes. But more importantly, experience. So when you do get those big shows that you work so hard to get, we don't go out there like a bunch of deer stuck in the headlights going, oh my God, this is the biggest crowd I've ever played in front of. And as a result, we missed on some opportunities that, you know, we should have been able to have because management, and I this is a direct quote, and if that manager is listening, you know, I'm sorry, but this is reality. You really kind of messed up on that one. You really did, because it wasn't awesome enough. It wasn't big enough. Who cares? Seriously, who cares? It's about getting exposure, and it's about getting views, and it's about getting people to see the product. The more people, the better. That way the news spreads. Word spreads. You know, but whatever, it's fine. Yeah, I understand that, you know, they were going to play this show because it is more exposure. It's television exposure to boot. Why not do it? You'd be insane not to. Is it a good fit? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. But look, they made it work. You know, now listen, they walked into a situation and literally, Babymetal really had nothing to lose here. I mean, worst case scenario, people don't dig it. That's the worst case scenario. It's the ATMAs. It's not like it's the Grammys, okay? It's the ATMAs. So if they're performing at the ATMAs and, you know, let's say they don't go over all that well. Okay, well, look, no harm, no foul, right? They went out there, they tried, they sounded good, but they may not necessarily win over the crowd. All right, fine. They still went out there and they did their best, and I think they looked fantastic. So good on them. But in this case, you saw it happen. At the beginning, there were those, you know, 10 people up at the front or 12 people, however many it was, and they were absolutely into it. They know all about Babymetal. They're doing the moves, they're doing the motions, they're going through the steps and everything they're supposed to do as Babymetal fans. Everybody that's in the crowd had this look on their face. Kind of like my face when I first saw Babymetal too. I didn't know what to make of them. But by the time they were done with karate, you saw some of those people in the crowd grooving to it. Like, yeah, this is actually pretty good. This is all right. What's the name of this song? The name of the song is Karate. Okay, I'm going to have to remember that because I'm going to go home and I'm going to download that song. If I can't download the song, I'm going to download the whole album. Cha-ching.
Yeah, boy.
You see what I mean? Cha-ching. Now, the collaboration with Rob Halford. Here we go. Painkiller. Can we be honest here? Rob sounded piercing. Oh my God. Maybe it's a register thing. Maybe it was because he was up in an upper register. Maybe the mix just wasn't right yet. Maybe they didn't get a chance to do sound check, and FOH is feverishly turning knobs and moving levers and, you know, moving slides and going, okay, we got to make Rob sound better than this. You know, because maybe they didn't get a chance to do a sound check. But, yeah, at the beginning, it was a little rough to listen to. His voice and Sue's voice in Painkiller really did not mesh up well. Let's be honest. Their tones did not blend well together. And again, in a situation like this, it's a Hail Mary pass. You know, you put it up and you hope someone catches it. And Nobody catches it. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. It'll be fine. And that was definitely the case with Painkiller. I think the vocals were in Painkiller from everybody. That's not just Rob. That's Sue as well. They were working together, so of course they're gonna play off each other. It sounded good. It didn't sound terrible. It didn't sound bad. It sounded good. Just not as good as it sounded on Karate, and not as good as it sounded on Breaking the Law. Now, when they went into Breaking the Law, I don't know what happened with FOH, or maybe it was just because Rob came down to the lower register where he's a little more comfortable. He is getting a little bit older here in this, obviously. So maybe singing the lower register was easier for him because it sounded better. And their tones, Sue's and Rob's tones, blended better on Breaking the Law. Breaking the Law, I think, was the high point. It sounded great. From a vocal standpoint, the Kami Band throughout Karate, Painkiller, and Breaking the Law sounded outstanding. I heard a couple of flubs in Painkiller. I did hear a couple, but it still sounded better than any other band I could think of, other than maybe Judas Priest. You know, you're doing a cover. You do the best you can, especially with, I don't know how much preparation they had. They may not have had a whole lot of time to practice. So maybe that was the case. But in any case, I think the Kami Band did an outstanding job on all three songs. I really do. Rob's stage presence looked really good. I like the stage presence. Crowd interaction, we saw some from him as well. Stage interaction, tons of it. Loved it. Stage energy, I mean, he's getting along in years, but he's still moving around, so I give him credit. And that goes hand in hand with showmanship. The girls. Karate, let's be honest, it's choreographed, it's mapped out, it is what it is. It looks great, it looked clean, it did. It also looked very rehearsed and very, I hate to use this word, but it looked very sterile because it's exactly what they were doing in the music video. So, it is what it is. Now, when it came time to the girls doing Painkiller and Breaking the Law, wow, what a difference. When there's no blocking and there's no choreography, I saw them genuinely having fun. Sue especially. Sue was having a blast doing Painkiller, even though it didn't sound great. And I think she knew it didn't sound great, but she was still free to move around and do what she felt natural doing. Nothing felt forced. Nothing was being forced as far as movement and motion goes. She was free to do whatever she felt natural doing. And you could see it in her face, for lack of a better word, the relief in her face of, I get to be myself. I get to just rock out and be myself, and I don't have to worry about stepping here on 2 and raising my hand on the end of 3 and, bending over at a 90-degree angle on 4 and, just all the other stuff that goes with choreography, unfortunately. But, she didn't have to worry about that here. She could just be herself, and you could see that relief and the relaxation, and she just had fun. And here's the thing, I've said this many, many times on the channel. When you're having fun on stage, it gets conveyed to the crowd, and the crowd reciprocates by having fun as well. You saw the crowd warm up even more. And then, when they went into Breaking the Law and Yui and Moa came out, the exact same thing happened. Guess what, girls? No choreography. Do what you feel is right. Do what feels natural. Boy, especially Yui, man. Biggest smile ever. I mean, she's got those killer dimples too, but I mean, Yui was just smiling over there, having a great time, especially when the Kami Band came to the front and Yui and Moa and the guitar players were rocking out together and having fun. Come on now. How could that not put a smile on your face? And you know what? The crowd really got into it at that point. They won over a good portion of that crowd by the time they were done. And I think Breaking the Law was a great musical choice to do for the sake of 2 reasons. 1, it's a very popular song. And 2, it's a very familiar song. You may not, there's a difference between being popular and being familiar, okay? Familiar means you know it. You've heard it. You may not necessarily like it, but you've heard it before, right? And like I said, I can't imagine there are too many people in this world who have not heard Breaking the Law. Then again, I had never heard Painkiller, so take that with a grain of salt. And then there's popular, meaning it's a popular song with the fan base. They know this song. It's a standard. It's a very well used and sometimes, unfortunately, overly played song. But everybody in the fan base loves that song because it's a popular song. Difference between popularity and familiarity, okay? By the time they were done, they had won over a good portion of the crowd. Did they win over everybody? No, but that's impossible. You're not going to win over everybody because not everybody has the same tastes. Not everybody enjoys the same flavors. But through hard work and perseverance, blood, sweat, and tears, and by sheer force of will, Babymetal won over a good portion of the Alternative Press Music Awards audience, and you gotta give it to them. But of course, you gotta give the big assist to Rob Halford. You know, that was not just the girls. Rob made a lot of that happen too. So it was a great performance. Remember, I was not taking the songs into account. Okay, the songs were a non-factor. I will give credit where credit's due with the Kami Band. They did a fantastic job playing the songs. The girls and Rob did a great job putting on a great live performance, and that's why they're getting the great score of 8.7. Whew, and with that, I am done. I am spent. I'm gonna go and take a nap. So 8.7 is where we're at. 8.7 is where we're gonna stay. 8.7, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.